My name is Amani Nainan, and this is my Era Share project. So this summer, I worked with ERA, which is the Environmental Health Research to Action, and is a community academic partnership focused on building skills and intergenerational knowledge in environmental health, community science, and policy advocacy to address cumulative environmental exposures in Dearborn and nearby communities. So a central part of their work is the Summer Youth Academy they hold every year and is typically in person, but this past year was held virtually. So it focuses on 16 to 18-year-olds, and selected students participate in a set number of sessions, which each target a particular topic, such as advocacy, storytelling, or air pollution 101, and this year also included flooding. So this gives students the skills and tools needed to become change makers in their own society, and this is not the only work of ERA. They also hold ERA Talks, which is led by students on environmental issues and matters, and their plain language efforts, as well as other work as well. And so the work serves to answer several questions, including, does ERA effectively increase knowledge and skills among youth in community-led science and advocacy? How and why or why not? And how does community-based air monitoring affect local knowledge of environmental issues? Again, these are just a few of the several questions that it works to answer, and some of them can be answered with the work that we just did this past summer, but some will take years to answer. So part of my work included helping to construct an infographic on low-cost sensors, particularly the Flow 2 air monitors that were just recently purchased. They've been primarily used by ERA Youth Academy students due to just being recently purchased, but the hope is to one day have community members borrow them as part of building a community science air monitoring program in the future, so they can collect data that will help them identify trends in air quality in their own area, which can help them either advocate for change, educate others, or change their own behaviors and how they are exposed to that air quality. So the infographic contains information on air pollution in the Metro Detroit area, why low-cost sensors can or should be used, and other information as well, and also serves to provide links to other resources that can be helpful in their search on air pollution and air monitors. And so this entails researching in the ways of such as reading articles, attending meetings and webinars such as the Eagle Conference, and watching videos, all to collect information on things such as the difference between regulatory and non-regulatory air monitors, how air monitors work, and the pros and cons of other community air monitoring programs to guide our future efforts. So this summer, I also helped run and design the virtual ERA Summer Youth Academy alongside the co-founders, Dr. Price and Dr. Sampson, and the youth coordinator, Zaina Rida. I also led a panel discussion with community experts and partners to give students a background on environmental health and justice and other issues. And I also gave a presentation on air monitors and how they can be used to once again reinforce that low-cost air sensors can be used in different ways. And then students were given an air monitor to track air quality in their own communities, and then asked to complete an air monitoring action plan, which asked them about their concerns on air pollution and how they would use the monitors to answer those concerns. And so I also mentored a group in their air group project, which they also focused on air quality, and they used the flow monitors to track air quality in the south, east, and west side of Dearborn. And as you can see here, they found a difference in each, or found a disparity between the different sides of Dearborn. So we also gave students a pre-survey and a post-survey before and after the academy. And so one of the things that we found was that when asked if students were comfortable in telling others about about certain topics, as you can see below, these environmental topics, they felt increasingly more comfortable in each of those topics. We also found information on things such as that in certain activities, they were more likely to see themselves in 5 years in participating in such activities, such as community forums. So this experience gave me the opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of the importance of plain language efforts, so that way the information is understood by a wider audience, and that working alongside community academic advocacy and agency experts is also important in order to not duplicate information, but to reinforce the work in working towards a common goal, and that in guiding and encouraging is important, but that it should also not stunt creativity. And so thank you so much for your time, and that's my presentation. Thank you.